He adjusted well last time, scoring a 1-2-1 in the end.
99.
And he does get himself down to a finish first, but remember, he missed 5 darts at double in the opening leg, and Callan has been clinical, hitting tops twice at the first attempt.
Just while we're on really accurate finishing, yesterday we had a game that involved something that has never happened in this tournament before. Not one double missed in the whole game by both players. Tops again. And double top hasn't been missed either in this one. That's a nice little catalyst for Ricardo, isn't it? I'm with you on Michael for the Worlds. I think he's got to be the favourite at the minute. Well, Ricardo would love to get on the green here, and he'd love to be in the hole here.
Takes his time with the swing.
107.
Oh, he missed.
It was hardly a fair way away, but he now has to rely on Rids not completing a similar kind of checkout, and that's a great guide for him to get on the green. But he can't find the bullseye either.
This is a really good match from the perspective that a lot of these legs are tight. And misses make drama. We've had misses on the bullseye from both players in leg 5. Petrecco's got a lovely guide here now, but he can't use it.
Require 42.
That could be the moment that the match got away from the man born in Berlin. Callan Rids knows it was a huge moment. You could hear the roar from the riots. It's almost there, Callan Rids. Potentially a visit away. It's the same finish.
Callan require 124.
Ideal. Bullseye.
99.
He's getting closer to winning the match, but he's still having to dodge bullets.
Never even considered going for a treble with the second dart there. Guaranteed himself a dart at the bull. Now, does Petrecco go for risk and reward? He did, but he gets a dart at the same target, and he's taking his time over it.
99.
Might be about
required 25.
to leave us. Best chance he's had to win the match. He's going for 17. Job done for Rids. And he's the first person from stage 2 to go into the last 16 of the Cazoo Players Championship Finals here in Minehead. You're listening, Barbara. Make it happen.
Tee-hee.
57.
It's a good game. Enjoying it for everything that it's worth. We're none the wiser as to who's going to come through it. Keane had his chance to go 5-3 up. Is he going to rue that? He might need what Chris Dovey was able to find on this stage yesterday, a 167. And it's on.
139.
Well, it's a good setup, but Gilding now gets an opportunity to break Barry in the 9th leg of the match. It's a golden start. It's a golden finish from Andrew Gilding, who takes out the 120 to break Barry.
They don't really care who's in the way. We've seen yesterday that the likes of Heta and Aspinall and Smith and Price, they're all gone. But it is a mark of how strong the field is.
The mark of how strong Keane Barry is bouncing back here with his back to the wall. The third maximum from him of the 5 in this match.
44.
And he's going to have 6 starts from the 1-2-1 as a result of that, combined with the Gilding slip.
Doesn't have to go for the 11 now. That's perfect.
Game shot on the 10th leg.
Absolutely ideal from Keane Barry.
Sublime. Absolutely brilliant from Barry. It's 4 fantastic 180s.
If he closes this out with another 12 darter, We might have to re-nickname him the Closer.
58. Keen to require 130.
Well, they certainly have been dynamite darts. A couple of explosive legs. Is he going for it?
98.
No nonsense. Couldn't be tempted.
Doing everything right. Laying up for the double that he wants. And Gilding can do nothing. That's 196, and he needed a treble to get to a finish. And Keane's got time and darts on his side.
Game, shot.
And Barry
Keane Barry.
produces a surge at the end of the match to get the better of Andrew Gilding. It was brilliant from Barry in the end.
I've seen Boris Krutchmer go for double 17, double 18 on 70.
By the way, we've seen De Sousa go for 3 tops on 120.
Me personally, in these really tough encounters, you've got to play the odds. You've got to go for that for double 10. If you get the single, you've got single for tops. Give yourself the best chance of taking the leg. But there are players out there like Richard North, like De Sousa, and some others who persevere on this tops nonsense when they've got 80, when it's just going to bite them in the bum.
99.
Well,
I think we saw it yesterday, didn't we? Was it Ritz who had 80, went for tops and missed 2 darts out the board? And he had 1 dart in his hand, and you can't complete 80 with 1 dart.
Christopher requires 62.
We saw a bit of a mistake in the counting there. Not that it's going to matter in this leg, because Ratajski has rallied. And we saw a really dodgy end to that previous leg. And we might be seeing a case of the man who got away winning it, kicking on
42.
and thinking, look, it's going to be my day. And the other one thinking it's not going to be my day. Just looks a little laboured here, De Sousa.
60.
Not quite the Mensah level of going for double 12 at the start of every visit.
Yeah, give it time. That was one of the weirdest legs I've ever seen. But that is a 4th leg for Ratajski.
The main stage has seen Dirk van Dijvenbode demolish Daryl Gurney 6-1 and Dimitri Vandenberg pip Richie Edhouse at the post 6-5. That match I mentioned between Gary Anderson and Rob Cross is now underway.
Yesterday we saw a couple of curious 90 checkouts
58.
and attempts at this number.
90.
Just wonder what Ratajski's going to do here. Defensive players usually go 20s. The aggressive guys go bull. For me, this is the right player. The right result for Ratajski, who is doing nothing wrong.
The writing is certainly on the wall.
I think Ratajski in this game has found every single corner of that 57.
131.
A brilliant setup shot. And De Sousa has looked like a man who's known his fate for the last 5 or 10 minutes. Ratajski can seal it here. And does. On double 18, Christoph Ratajski races away from a defeated De Sousa.
If they can do that for you, then you will stick with them for a very long time.
140.
How much longer can Martin Schindler stick with Chris Dobie in this match? He's just broken once again to lead 4-3. Can he now
100.
put the gap between the pair?
You saw the anguish on the face of Dobie there because he was thinking, leave 1-2-1, that's gettable. 1-6-1's just a lot harder. But fair play to Shindy, who's just gone and left himself a double after 9 darts.
Best setup shot in the game, that, for my money. 60 ball, treble 13.
I think the first person I ever saw do that was Michael van Gerwen.
105.
And it leaves double 16 for the wall
Game shot on the 8th leg.
to get deadlocked with Dobie once again. I mean, it's half a result because usually when you miss, it's a 5 or a 1.
Look on the negative side, he's still 140 behind.
140.
Hasn't knocked him out of his stride though. Back in business. Suddenly just 3 points behind plus these.
Oh, what a last start that is from Dobie. That puts himself in hitting range Because the visit wasn't brilliant up until that one.
60.
If he takes care of this, we're going to a one-leg shootout. Like I thought we would. Double 18. Oh, it's gorgeous. 5-5. Down to a one-leg shootout. Just keeps hitting. Isn't missing. Wow. What more could you ask for in a last leg shootout?
Well, he had the 10 darter when he was 4-3 down. Martin Schindler. Now, he's hit a brace of 180s, and he's on the potential 11 darter in a last leg decider.
49.
Right now, Dobie's thinking, I need a max just to have a chance. He's not going to get one.
60.
The only positive is that he's on a finish, but it may mean nothing. Double 4. And Dobie does get a look. We've already seen this hit today, ironically, by a German.
60.
Martin can't believe the margin of the misses. Chris Dobie can't believe his luck. It's not in. It's just below. So Schindler returns looking to complete the job.
Martin, you require 4.
A little bit of extra drama at the end. Double 1. Schindler wins a really close encounter. But how key was it that he got 2 maximums in the very last leg? I'm not really an advocate for that. That was somewhat
tongue-in-cheek.
In jest, of course, because I used to do it quite a lot.
Yeah, but usually when the whole crowd was roaring for your opponent.
They'll be roaring for Ryan if he gets a max. And he does!
I think he's just picking a fight with one person, not the entire audience, Paul.
Oh, well, he's got that right then.
Hasn't got that right. They said in tandem. As Ryan Joyce returns.
He's gradually working his way around the board clockwise. 8s, 11s, 12s. That would have been the most impressive hit of the lot, because everything was blocked.
And maybe the most important hit of the lot. Or maybe that's the most important miss of the lot.
Well, that was a great camera angle, actually, because he's not following through properly. He's prodding the air. He's not forcing the dart out of his throat. He's actually prodding the air with a tentative nature. There was a lot made, especially by Rod Harrington at the end of his commentary career, about the switch from double 18 to double 9. And yes, that's not the ideal switch, but double 8 to double 4 is just as, if not harder, because it's not on the same level. And imagine if you go from 8 to 4 to 2. That, in rhythm, is the hardest 2 switch that you've got on the board, in my opinion. Apart from maybe 12-6-3, but as a right-hander, I find that quite comfortable.
Well, I don't know about you, Paul, but I'm really liking Ryan's rhythm in this match. He's not getting caught up. He's playing at exactly the perfect pace for him.
He's the boss. And he has got himself a 5-1 lead against Watamina. It's the kind of thing you need to do every now and again, because career curves are not going to be straight.
Well, this match is his year manifest, isn't it? Jermaine Watamina as Joyce whacks in a 180, but it only gets him back in the same ballpark as his opponent, because he was completely out of shape just 10 minutes ago, and suddenly he's turned things around.
One more chance to win the match. This time possibly at double 19. 1 dart at double 19. Oh, what a way to win it! He couldn't hit his favourite double, but he goes and wins it with a massive out. Maybe at the same place in their career, looking for a bit of a jump. Makes complete sense to me.
We might see some fireworks here. Not to be from Campbell now. Which route will Clearmaker employ on the 118? It should be treble 20. It might be treble 18.
Well, Merv went the 18's first route yesterday, didn't he? And he hit it out with 18, 60 and tops. Campbell's on tops.
Inevitable. Ah, finally he flinches. And this time the cover's not there either.
Can he? Oh, that's a big mistake. You see with the green triangle next to his name, this is for a break now for Campbell, who takes it. That could be the most important leg of the match. But I don't see any way back here. I think Campbell's going to get this in 6 darts. But I've been wrong before.
In that match you mentioned, it was Clearmaker himself who was averaging 107.7, exactly the average that Humphries has got right now.
Yeah, that's how good it was. They were both well over 105.
Campbell looking to go from 5 to 6 here. Great start. Wrong bed. So it's 28 remaining. Double 14 for the match. And now he has missed a couple of doubles, but he will get more.
What he's got to do is he's got to clear his mind right now, because he didn't think he was going to leave double 7 for the match. It's a good lie, though. And that one's in. He's made his way through to Saturday night. Matt Campbell could be on a bit of a run here. For me, the last 10 years, for me, it was the best European Tour of the season.
Luke Humphries won 4 European Tours, and he's won this afternoon 6-4 to the number 2 seed against Mike De Decker. Well, that's 4 from Dave Chisnell. Absolutely beautiful visit.
Well, this is what he's having to do just to get a look at a finish. He hit a 180 to leave 161 on the previous leg. He's hit a 171 to leave 94 here. And every time you look at Chisnell's score, you know that Williams is around him.
25.
Yeah, not on this occasion, because he'd left himself in a bit of trouble there. And it might be flip reverse, the scenario. Does he go double-double? I don't think he will. Not with Williams on 156.
No score.
But he's ended up busting 94.
156.
Oh dear, Dave.
Oh dear, Dave. Oh dear. Oh, what's that?
Scott Williams.
What a shot from Williams. We do see a lot of Barnsley.
180.
We see a lot of those from him. In fact, he's rattled in now 4 of them in this match.
100. Scott, you require 167.
To re-establish that 4-leg cushion.
95. Dave, you require 140.
Dare I say, he might need to get this. That's a lovely second dart.
100. Scott, you require 72.
These are the kind of shots that change games. 1 dart, double 16. Beautifully done.
From Dave Chisnell, might be regarded in many ways as a bigger finish.
140.
I'll say one thing, if Chisnell gets out of this for the win, it's a bit like digging himself out of a hole with a wooden spoon.
Well, that last leg for Chizzy included a 180 and a 171 back-to-back. He went out in 11 darts.
And he's in the zone right now. He's leaving small numbers after 9 darts every time.
And his average is way, way in excess of 100 now.
47.
15. Goes 7 for tops. Of course he takes it out.
Dave Chisnell.
Absolutely.
8. Oh, not quite, not quite. And Chizzy
136.
has, he'll think 6 darts here, but maybe, just maybe, there's another tremendous twist
96.
in this terrific tungsten tail.
144.
Not to be. We might be going the distance. I didn't think I'd be saying that in this match.
92.
And the way Chisnell's doubled
40.
in the last few legs, this should be taken.
Scott Williams led this match 4-0. He led it 5-1.
No score.
And there is the twist.
Scott, you require 52.
Williams gets his chance. And takes his chance.
And the match.
What a game.
I think we swapped roles here, because while you were doing puns, I was doing some on-the-fly extensive research. And I can tell you there are 3
60.
players currently better rating double top than Ryan Searle, percentage-wise.
Okay.
So Searle is number 4 on this. Number 3 is
99.
Gerwyn Price.
That I can buy.
Number 2 is a man we've very recently seen in Matt Campbell.
I can believe that, considering what he was like on tops yesterday.
And for me, number 1 is a bit of a surprise name, the Welshman Louis Williams.
44.
Didn't expect you to say that.
Ryan, you require 120.
Well, Searle might shift and shuffle the pack a little bit here, because another hit here would improve his percentage ever so slightly.
Game shot on the third leg. Ryan
Right on cue.
Fourth leg.
Correct. He's just given Searle a massive head start. All of a sudden, he's scoring properly the last couple of legs.
Ryan, you require
Well, you can't
140.
describe a maximum as too little, but it could prove to be too late, because Searle wants double 10.
120. Jamie, you require 41.
Just a reminder that Hughes left 41 after 9. He's missed a single. 27 left. Double 8.
33.
And that categorises his match pretty well.
20.
It's only his second dart at double in the entire match, Jamie Hughes. Just to contrast that.
It's like an 800-metre race, isn't it, where someone's come out of the traps and recorded, what was it, about 51 seconds for the first 400, but...
Yeah, someone else didn't hear the gun.
Yep. They're about 100 metres behind, but they're gaining, but it's just a question of how many metres are left, not how fast they're going right now.
42. Ryan, you require
But it could be wrapped up here,
138.
and that was a bit of a slip from Jamie Hughes. No mistake from Ryan Searle in setting up double 12.
126.
Fails to find it. One
Jamie
last
require
chance
139.
for Yoza.
Chance gone. And Searle will come back for sixes to get his 6th
59.
leg and to be into the last 16.
Game
And it's
shot.
Super Searle
And the match. Ryan
who
Searle.
seals a 6-1 success to reach the last 16